Hey guys, welcome back to another Super 6 predictions video. It's now game week 33 of the Premier League. The previous round had a lot of goals scored and a very controversial moment, so round 49 should also be very interesting as well. So let's get straight into it. This is pretty much a title race and a relegation fight in one game because both clubs desperately need something to secure their status. Luton picked up a much needed 2-1 win at home against Bournemouth. That was their first win in God knows how long. They picked a good time to win, but they're up against Man City, who drew 3-3 against Real Madrid. They're still missing Kyle Walker through injury. I thought John Stones was injured as well, but then he did play the full 90 against Real Madrid. Apparently Kevin De Bruyne started on the bench as he felt unwell in the dressing room before kickoff. He didn't even play, so I definitely assume he will start this game. And of course Haaland, he did start as well, played the full 90, didn't do much. But, this should be a winnable game for Man City, and I think it will anyway. Luton don't stand a chance. This will be a long day for them at the Etihad. I'm going to go for a 4-1 Man City. Both sides need a win as Burnley need something to drift out of relegation, while Brighton need a win to claim a European spot. I feel like with Burnley, they are written off a bit too much because they drew at home against Wolves, and they did lose 1-0 away at Everton, which was not a bad result, but it's like, the thing is, Vincent Kompany recently got a 2-match touchline ban after his comments made about the refereeing standards, saying, the officiating hasn't been good enough this season. And he's entitled to his own opinion, but that came with a consequence. Brighton, they lost 3-0 at home against Arsenal. Really happy with that. They're not in the best run of form lately, and like I just said, since Burnley they're without Vincent Kompany. If you think about it, when against Chelsea, Vincent Kompany got sent off when Chelsea were awarded a penalty. Burnley produced a great second half performance without him on the touchline, which actually makes me think maybe are Burnley better off without him on the touchline. So, hey, anything can happen in football, but Burnley need to believe in themselves to get something out of this game. And since they're at home, I'm going for a 1-1 draw. Can Nottingham Forest bounce back from their away defeat at Spurs and claim another home win to drift further away from relegation? Or can Wolves bounce back from that controversial VAR moment against West Ham? Wolves very unlucky with that goal being disallowed. So I believe it was a corner. Max Kilman, who by the way Zach, my friend, has met before in person. He scored a header from a corner, and for some reason the referee felt the need to go to the side monitor to have a look at the incident because apparently Nelson Semedo made a foul on a West Ham player in the build-up to that goal. I didn't see too much wrong in that, to be honest. Very hard done by. And, Forest, they did beat Fulham 2-1 at home. I forget about the Spurs result. Irrelevant, because they're at home. It's like, I feel like they're both on the same level, but again, Wolves, they're currently mid-table with not much to play for at the moment. Whereas for Forest, another big win would drift them further away from relegation. And you know what? I'm going for that. 3-2 Nottingham Forest. Bournemouth are looking for a hat-trick of away wins, while Man United are looking for their first win in 5 games. I just said this just now. Bournemouth, their home form has been very good lately. You know what's funny? Right? You know what's funny is that they beat 3 of their last 4 home wins came against teams who are higher than Sheffield United in the table. So Bournemouth drew 2-2 against Sheffield United, who are at the time still bottom of the league. Yet they went on to beat Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, and someone else after that. Yeah, football was a crazy game. As for Man United, their form hasn't been too bad. I mean, they did draw 2-2 against Liverpool, which I got spot on. It's like, I know Bournemouth's, it's been really good home form actually, and I'm not going to underestimate them based on that, but on paper, Man United have a better team with more quality, and I have a gut feeling that Man United will get a win here, because you know what they're like. They'll just turn up, and I think that's what they'll need to try and claim a Champions League spot. They're still 11 points away, but anything is still possible at this stage of the season. But anyway, I'm going for a 2-1 Man United. Crystal Palace, please, I beg you, pick up points at Anfield. That would be an absolute miracle for Arsenal and Man City fans in particular. Liverpool are going into this game in much better form with 3 wins out of their last 5 games, while Palace, on the other hand, 3 defeats in their last 5, and they face a very tough trip to Anfield. I heard that Trent, Alisson and someone else just came back to training from injury, which is, again, giving Liverpool a massive boost. And I'm not going to go on too much about Palace, because the most obvious thing is I can only see this going one way, which is Liverpool win, because, Palace, this is going to be a very long day for them in the office, and I don't see them getting anything out of this game. I'm going for a 4-0 Liverpool. Final game of the round, as Arsenal are looking for a win to remain in the title race, while Villa are also looking to claim points at the Emirates. Look, if Villa can win all their other remaining games to catch up with Spurs and overtake them and finish above them at the end of the season, that would be great. Just not in this specific game. Villa got stung twice against Brentford. Villa were 2-0 up. Brentford came back to draw level, which was one sting, and then took the lead at 3-2. The second sting. Villa, showed some good character to bounce back to draw level. Arsenal, they beat Brighton 3-0 away from home and drew 2-2 against Bayern in the Champions League quarter-final, first leg. But I'm not going to go... if the second leg game does come up on the app, then I'll talk more about what happened in the first leg. But they conceded twice, and I know, Villa, they're still a good side, but not as good as Bayern. But the 2 goals that Arsenal conceded, I don't know if nerves will get to them a bit, as the quarter-final second leg is coming up next week. So I'm going for 3-1 Arsenal. Those are my round 49 predictions locked in. Feel free to leave your scores in the comment section, and of course anything else you want to point out is fine. This video is more quick and straight to the point, as I've had a very long day, and I don't look as tired, and drinks like this has really helped me out to just stay awake or whatever. Just to keep going really, but hope you enjoyed the episode, and have a nice weekend.